Okay, so I reached a point in my career where if I don't make videos, I feel really guilty about it because I feel bad for you guys. So, and I should make videos, but like I'm so busy, but I need to make videos, and making videos is not that bad because they only require like what 10 minutes of my time. But the fact that I have to think of content is kind of taxing. But whatever, I'm gonna try keep on making videos until whenever. So I need to make videos because making videos is so fun. Like it doesn't maybe my face doesn't say it, but it actually is because it like I can say what I want about a card and get some rebuttals sometimes. So I like the rebuttals. The rebuttals makes me happy. So anyways, I'm gonna talk about Eradicator, Vowing, Saber, Dragon, Reverse, or I'm gonna say Eraser because that's what it is in Japanese. So if I say Eraser, I mean Eradicator, but actually it's Eraser in Japanese. So get the difference between the two. Yes. Okay. So this is the third cross ride for Notokamis because clearly they need three cross rides. Clearly. Not even Grow Paladins have a cross ride yet, but Notokamis have three? Like, they were introduced back in set 6 for the Breaker of Limits, and they were long younger than freaking Roll Paladins, Coggers, Local Think Tanks, and Nova Grapplers, but yet they have three cross rides. So whatever. Anyways, let's quickly talk about this card real fast. Limit Break 4. Counterblast 2 and choose 2 of your rear guards with a razor in its name and lock them. If you don't know what lock is, go check out the information in Wikia or videos about it. Pretty much you. It's pretty much like Mega Colony, but better. That's a lot of people are saying. Your opponent chooses 2 of his or rear guards, retires them, and then this unit gets plus 10,000 until the end of the turn. Now, alone already, this card is interesting because to me, when you lock your rear guards, it's not really that big of a minus because you get them back during the end phase. So they don't really like hurt you that much because it's only for that one turn. And if you activate this particular limit break early on, then you pretty much erase their field in like one turn with like no reason. You just be like, bam, they all die for like 4 counterblast, 4 lock, and the break ride because you're going to break ride. Because if you don't break ride, then something's wrong with you. Anyways, it also makes up for the fact that since you locked it, it also gets plus 10,000 power. So if they don't have a perfect guard, then they're kind of screwed. Especially since this guy is crazy. I mean, come on, look at this guy. He's got 2 swords and a giant black ring behind him. Um, yeah, I think it's a pretty decent limit break in my opinion. And second of all, if you have a Razor Boeing Sword Dragon in Soul, then this unit gets plus 2,000. So it's the cross ride for a break ride. So this card is already interesting because you can just break ride. You get all the benefits of being said break ride, and at the same time you are a cross ride. This is one of the few units that actually get this ability. I think it's the only one of its kind right now until set 13 when Ethics Buster gets one. But for now, Boeing Sword Dragon gets one, and it's pretty decent because of that. I'm actually surprised that it's only like $2 in Japan. It's kind of funny considering that Boeing Sword Dragon is very easy to get. And Vowing Saber Dragon's effect is actually not that bad for a cross ride, especially since you can erase 2 of your opponent's units that could be really good, like boosters or attackers. I mean, the fact that you can just erase everything is pretty awesome in my opinion. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to talk about what I think about it, cons and pros about it. First of all, cons. That's it. I mean, the fact that your opponent can just choose, they could play like draw triggers in advance towards this card, and then you can just pick them, and then they pretty much waste their limit break. And then, secondly, the fact that it's a break ride, you have to wait until you hit limit break in order to cross break ride effectively, meaning that they can just stall and like whittle down all of your resources before you get even a chance to break ride. And then when you do break ride, you have like nothing because you just kind of wasted them all trying to guard and stuff. And then you're just like, okay, I guess I'm at a break now. And then you have like you can counterblast and all, but then the only thing that's attacking is probably going to be Vowing Saber Dragon, and you need the 2 units to lock in the first place. So it's really a weird situation because you actually have to figure all of that out. But for the most part, it's pretty simple because you have to actually plan things out, especially if your opponent is like taken by surprise because they don't know if you're running Vowing Saber Dragon or not. Because a lot of decks are running Vowing Sword Dragon, which should be a pro actually. But anyways, for most of the cons, it's a crossride that's way too offensive for its own good, so you can't really relish its crossrideness for a majority of the game, and it's a pretty pretty strange card because the opponent gets to choose who dies. Now, what I think about the pro is it's a cross, right? And it's 11,000. It's already pretty good all because of that factor. And then secondly, I scratching my head because I'm cool. It retires 2 units for the counterblast of 2. I don't consider lock that big of a cost because it just whittles out the end phase. But for the most part, the fact that your opponent can just like lose units because of this effect is pretty dang cool. Also because of the fact that Vowing Sword Dragon erases a unit. Erases, I didn't even think of that pun till now. Because of that, you're erasing 3 units with the counterblast 2 because of the break ride. So it's already a pretty good effect. The synergize is pretty strong in my opinion. I think it's pretty good, especially since Void Sword Dragon himself is 11,000, so it's a pretty good synergize altogether. Anyway, someone came home, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.